欢迎继续收看佛学英文这一堂课。Welcome back to the class of Buddhist English. Let's read a few sentences first, and then we will analyze the contents. Repeat after me. The Buddhist does not hurt things, kill things, harm things. The Buddhist does bless things with his love, bring prosperity to all, live happily and let live. He is loved and cherished by his friends. Buddhist precepts: no killing, no stealing, no lying, no intoxicants, no wrong sexual relations. Some use alcohol, cigarettes, or drugs as a medicine for their mind. But as any medicine, too much is no good. Neurotics depend on holidays, weekends, or days off. Those who cultivate their appreciation celebrate daily. Control your mind. Don't be under the control of your mind. A human being who controls his mind is a saint. Your clothes are the mirror of your mind. Relation is only cure for tension. Say to yourself, I can learn to relax. Relaxation is the only cure for tension. Say to yourself, I can learn to relax. Irritation is natural. What's unnatural too? Express your love to your children. Tell them every day how much you love them. Express your love to everybody, anytime. Express what you think, what you fear, always with love. Our relationships are unfree to the extent that we demand things of other people. Love is not possessive. Impeccable means making conscious means choice of what we eat, what we live, our friends, our clothes, our everything. The Buddha was the most compassionate, virtuous, loving, intelligent, energetic, intense, learned, courageous, handsome, refined, prosperous, respected, well-spoken, informed. Generosity is the number one prerequisite for progress on the spiritual path. Without joyful and natural giving, there can be no receiving. The reason for this simple generosity is the direct expression in action of non-attachment. A non-attachment is the key to freedom from suffering. Repeat. The Buddhist does not hurt things, kill things, harm things. The Buddhist does bless things with his love, bring prosperity to all, live happily and let live. He is loved and cherished by his friends. Buddhist precepts: no killing, no stealing, no lying, no intoxicants, no wrong sexual relations. Some use alcohol, cigarettes, or drugs as a medicine for their mind. But as any medicine, too much is no good. Neurotics depend on holidays, weekends, and days off. Those who cultivate their appreciation celebrate daily. Control your mind. Don't be under the control of your mind. A human being who controls his mind is a saint. Your clothes are the mirror of your mind. Relaxation is the only cure for tension. Say to yourself, I can learn to relax. Irritation is natural. What's unnatural too? Express your love to your children. Tell them every day how much you love them. Express your love to everybody anytime. Express what you think, what you feel, always with love. Our relationships are unfree to the extent that we demand things of other people. Love is not possessive. Impeccable means making conscious choice of what we eat, what we live, our friends, our clothes, our everything. The Buddha was the most compassionate, virtuous, loving, intelligent, energetic, intense, learned, courageous, handsome, refined, prosperous, respected, well-spoken, informed. Generosity is the number one prerequisite for progress on spiritual paths. Without joyful and natural giving, there can be no receiving. The reason for this simple generosity is the direct expression in action of non-attachment. And the non-attachment is the key to freedom from suffering. We have discussed about the practice of Buddha Dharma. For example, the practice of meditation, concentration, and the application of Buddha Dharma in our daily life. Why we practice meditation or Buddha Dharma? The reason is to make our life peaceful and happy. The reason is to have enlightenment, to be a good person, beneficial to all living beings. And now we start to discuss about the other aspect of our spiritual cultivation in daily life. That is the condition to cultivate meditation. We call it the morality or precept. The morality or precept is why we can be called a human being. If we don't observe morality or precept, we are not a human being. We are an animal. We are a ghost. We are a hellish being. We are not qualified to be called a human being if we don't follow the precepts. The precepts are the basic to the practice of Buddha Dharma, and of course, the practice of meditation. Now, let's try to explain what are the Buddhist precepts. The Buddhist does not hurt things, kill things, harm things. Why? Because the Buddhists are the peaceful persons. They have peace in their mind. They have wisdom to understand that all different beings are equal and interrelated. They have compassion because they have the wisdom to realize the truth of their lives and the whole universe. Buddhists understand that everything is interrelated. If we want to be happy, we should make other people happy too. If we want to be free, we must make other people free too. We cannot live happily in garbage. We cannot have a peaceful and happy life if the people surrounding us are unhappy and unpeaceful. It is quite natural because we are interrelated. My happiness is interrelated with your happiness. My life is interrelated with your life. My unhappiness is interrelated with your unhappiness. No one can live independently without the help of other things, other people, and other situations. We depend on other people, other different beings, and even insentient beings. We share the same air. We share the same water. We share the same society. We share the same nature. We share the same universe. We share the same environment. We are so closely interrelated. We are not the only one in this world. So many human beings, so many different beings, and so many insentient beings live on this earth, in this universe. There is no exception. We depend on other people, other different beings, other insentient beings. Therefore, Buddhism does not hurt things, kill things, harm things. Buddhists have wisdom and compassion. Buddhists have wisdom to see the reality that all lives are closely interrelated. Buddhists have compassion to share what we have with other living beings and human beings. Buddhists does not hurt, does not harm, does not kill things. Their minds are so peaceful. They understand that they depend on other human beings, living beings, and insentient beings. The Buddhist does bless things with his love, bring prosperity to all, live happily, and let live. On the contrary, the Buddhist does bless things with his love. Buddhists are peaceful in their minds. Buddhists bless things with his love. His mind is full of love. He is willing to share his love. He hopes that everything is well and happy. He wishes everyone, every living being, and everything be well and happy. He blesses things with love. Bless things means with things be well and happy and good with love. The Buddhist brings prosperity to all because the Buddhist understands that all people, all living beings, and all things depend on each other. The Buddhists bring good things, fortune, and beneficial things to all, no exception at all. The love, the compassion of Buddhists is unlimited, is unconditional, is universal, is everlasting, is ever present. To be with the Buddhists can share the prosperity of the Buddhists, because the Buddhists are unselfish. The Buddhists like to share what they have with everybody. The Buddhists live happily and let live. That means the Buddhists live with happiness and freedom and peace. Buddhists have no enemy, no hatred, no attachment, no suspicion, no doubt, no arrogance, no delusion, and no other bad elements. Buddhists are so peaceful. Buddhists understand the truth of the life. Therefore, they can live happily and freely. No matter whether they are rich or poor, no matter wherever they live, they can live happily and freely. This is the goal of practicing Buddha Dharma. The objective of practicing Buddha Dharma is to attain Nibbana. The attainment of Nibbana will lead the people to freedom and happiness. He is loved and cherished by his friends. A Buddhist loves his friends, therefore he is loved by his friends. This is the law of cause and effect. Whatever you do, whatever you will cultivate, and whatever you will reap. This is the law of Dharma. A Buddhist is loved by his friends. A Buddhist is cherished by his friends. A Buddhist always helps other people. A Buddhist always helps his friends. Therefore, other people will cherish him, will miss him, will remember him, because he is such a nice person. He will be cherished by all people, by all friends, and by actually everyone who knows him. A Buddhist will not harm, hurt, and kill things. Therefore, he is friendly to everything, to everyone. He will be loved and cherished by all, without any exception. The Buddhist precepts are no killing, no stealing, no lying, no intoxicants, and no wrong sexual relations. Those 5 are called the 5 precepts in Buddhism. A human being, no matter he is a lay person or a monk, should preserve and follow the 5 precepts. The 5 precepts are basic to the practice of Buddha Dharma and the progress on spiritual paths. If a person doesn't observe the 5 precepts, he has no qualification to be called a person. Of course, he is not ready to practice Dharma or concentration. A person who does not observe the precepts will be unpeaceful in his mind. He cannot practice the spiritual cultivation. He cannot practice meditation because his mind is uneasy. his mind is always wandering away. He will feel regrettable just because he doesn't follow the precepts. A monk, of course, should observe many more precepts than a lay person. However, the 5 precepts are the fundamental to the observation of bhikkhu or bhikkhuni precepts. We always want to have peace in our mind. We always want to live happily. But if we don't follow the precepts or the moral rules set down by the Buddha, our mind is not easy. And the observation of our mind should base on the clarity of our mind, the easiness of our mind, and the peace of our mind. This is the importance of observing the 5 precepts. The first precept is no killing. No killing is very important because before we want to kill something, we are already harmed by our bad will. We should have intention first before we do action. Therefore, if we want to kill anything, we should have the idea or the concept or the intention of killing. This idea, concept, or intention of killing in our mind will harm us first. Before we harm other people, we are already harmed by our idea, concept, or thought of killing. No killing is not good for other living beings only, but also good for ourselves. We should cultivate no killing in order to treat us friendly and peacefully. Otherwise, we already kill ourselves before we kill other things. The second precept is no stealing. No stealing means no taking anything without the permission of the owner. We steal something just because of our craving or ignorance. No stealing means that we treat other people fairly. We don't want to cheat other people. We don't want to harm other people. We don't want other people to steal things from us. If other people steal things from us, we will feel badly and unhappily. We don't want other people to steal things from us. Therefore, we should not steal things from others. The things belong to others are the result of their effort. It is their appreciation. It is the fruit of their hard work. How can we steal things from other people? No way. If we want to be a happy person, peaceful person, and a good person, we should not steal things from others. The third precept is no lying. We don't like other people to tell a lie to us. We want to know the truth of our life. We want to understand the realities of our life. Therefore, we don't want other people to tell a lie to us. If other people tell a lie to us, we will fear being cheated. In the same case, we should not tell a lie to other people. Telling a lie is to cover something. This is no good to the human relationship. We should not tell a lie. The fourth precept is no intoxicants. Intoxicants include many things, as cigarettes, drugs, wine, or anything which will make us lose our sense. We want to be a person of awareness. We want to see clearly the condition within us and without us. Therefore, we should not use any intoxicants. The intoxicants can bring unhappy things to us. It is no good to have the intoxicants. The last precept is called no wrong sexual relations. Because we don't want other people to cheat our sisters, our wives or husbands. Therefore, we should not cheat other people. Wrong sexual relations will make the people confused and will commit great sin and a great crime. To be a right person, to be a virtuous person, should observe the precept of no wrong sexual relations. The 5 precepts are basic to the practice of meditation and Dharma. Because if we don't observe the 5 precepts, our mind will become confused and uneasy and unpeaceful. If we want to live a happy life and a peaceful life, we should have a peaceful mind. And the condition of a peaceful mind is the observance of precepts. Some use alcohol, cigarettes, or drugs as a medicine for their mind. But as any medicine, too much is no good. Some people use alcohols. Some people drink wine too much. In order to forget unhappy things, some people use cigarettes or drugs to intoxicate themselves in order to forget the uncomfortable situations. Some people use the drugs, cigarettes, alcohol, or any other intoxicants in order to forget the world. But it is no way. It can last only for a very short time. It is an escape from the reality. Those people are very poor and miserable. They don't know how to live the right life. They use alcohol, cigarettes, or drugs as a medicine for their mind. They want to intoxicate their mind. They want to forget everything. They want to run away from the realities of life. But as any medicine, too much is no good. If you take too much medicine, the medicine will cause side effects and harm you. Too much medicine is no good to the health. Medicine is taken only to cure illness. Too much medicine will not cure the illness. Too much medicine will harm one's physical body. If one takes too much alcohol, cigarettes, or drugs, he is doomed to bad health. Neurotics depend on holidays, weekends, and days off. Neurotic people depend on holidays, weekends, and days off to relax. They are always nervous. They are neurotic. They don't know how to balance their minds. Therefore, they depend the holidays, weekends, and the days off to cool down their nervous minds. Those who cultivate their appreciation celebrate daily. On the contrary, the people who cultivates their appreciation can celebrate daily. If we can appreciate everything, then we celebrate every day. If our mind is peaceful and balanced and stable, we can appreciate everything. Then we can celebrate every day. If our mind is enlightened, if we have the wisdom, we understand that actually there is nothing wrong in our lives and in the whole world. As a consequence, we can celebrate everything every day. There is nothing bad. Everything is good to us because we can appreciate everything. This is a peaceful and a balanced mind that we can appreciate everything, every person, every situation, every day. Control your mind. Don't be under the control of your mind. You must be the master of your mind. Otherwise, your mind will control you. If you don't practice Dharma, if you don't cultivate wisdom, then your mind will control you. Because your mind is so wild, is so confused, and that you will become the slave of your mind. Please remember, to practice Buddha Dharma is to train your mind, is to put your mind under the control of yourselves. You should not be controlled by your mind. You should not be under the control of your mind. Try to be the master of your mind. Don't be the slave of your mind. You must practice Dharma, meditation, concentration, and wisdom if you want to control your mind. A human being who controls his mind is a saint. A saint is also a person, a human being, but he can control his mind. He understands what he should do and what he should not do. He is a virtuous person. He is a saint. He is a holy person. He is respectable because he has the wisdom to distinguish what is right and what is wrong. He can control his mind when something steals him. He will not be confused by other things. Your clothes are the mirror of your mind. If you open your clothes, you will see that many clothes stay there for a long time and you don't wear them. We buy too many clothes, but we don't use them properly. We buy our clothes and put into our clothes. If we look at our clothes, then we can understand we bought which clothes under which kind of mental state. Therefore, the clothes in our clothes can reflect our mental attitude. People are not mindful to buy anything, and usually we buy additional clothes and we are not conscious of it. Relaxation is the only cure for tension. In modern days, we always feel tense. We have too many things to do. We are in a hurry. Our life is too busy. We have tension in our mind. How to cure our tension? The only cure is to relax ourselves physically and mentally. Relaxation is the only cure for tension. There is no other way to relax our tension. We cannot depend on the drug, cigarettes, or alcohol to relax our tension. But try to practice Dharma and to practice meditation. Then we can relax our tension. Say to yourself, I can learn to relax. This is the good way to build up confidence in ourselves. Just say to yourself that I can learn to relax. We must have the confidence to relax ourselves before we can relax ourselves. If we don't have the confidence, we cannot have the determination. If we don't have determination, we don't have the intention to relax ourselves. Therefore, we must tell ourselves that we can relax ourselves. Later on, we can start the practice of relaxation. Irritation is natural. What's unnatural too? Because we have so many different, ever-changing, and difficult situations in our life. Therefore, sometimes we will be irritated. Don't feel guilty that you have irritation. And don't feel depressed that you have irritation. Irritation is quite natural because we have mind. We have different situations. If we have irritation and we don't know how to get rid of irritation, we will have warts in our body. And the warts are quite natural too. We must understand the truth. Express your love to your children. Tell them every day how much you love them. This is an expression of parents' love to children. You must say how much you love your children in order to let your children understand that you love them. Express your love to everybody, anytime. Express what you think, what you feel, always with love. Don't think that other people can understand your love. You must express your love whenever you are in a good situation. Love can bring happiness and peace to everybody. So you must express what you think, what you feel, always with love. Don't express your feeling, your mind with hatred. Our relationships are unfree to the extent that we demand things of other people. And love is not possessive. Love is sharing. Only the enlightened person can share the love with other people. We must try to share our love with other people. And the Buddha is the most loving person, the best person in the whole world, because Buddha has wisdom and compassion. The way to develop our wisdom and compassion is to practice generosity. Thank you.